Paul gives us some more reasons why people buy into ecumenicalism in 2 Timothy 4. I find it fascinating that both 1 and 2 Timothy chapters 4 deal with false doctrine. 2 Timothy 4, 1 through 5, and in verses 1 and 2, Paul commands Timothy to preach the word. He says, "I solemnly charge you in the presence of God and Christ Jesus, who is to judge the living and the dead, and by his appearing in his kingdom, preach the word. Be ready in season and out of season, reprove, rebuke, exhort with great patience and instruction." Okay, Paul, why should Timothy be so stalwart in his preaching? He says, well, for the time will come when they will not endure sound doctrine, but wanting to have their ears tickled, they will accumulate for themselves teachers in accordance to their own desires, and will turn away their ears from the truth and will turn aside to myths. Paul tells us right there why people are so drawn to ecumenicalism. It's because very often they value comfortable myths over uncomfortable truths. And, from a purely human standpoint, we can understand this, can't we? When you hear the idea that, all people who believe in Jesus are all the same and all fine and all saved, and they're all going to heaven. Well, that sounds really good, right? That sounds really appealing. But then when someone counters that by saying, only those who are faithful to his word, who are obedient to his doctrine, will make it. Well, that's uncomfortable, because that means that we know really nice folks, people that we love, who believe falsehood, who teach falsehood. And so many people value a comfortable myth over uncomfortable truth. But also, Paul points out that this whole thing comes down to the fact that they don't think that doctrine is that important. They don't think doctrine is that important, Why should we make a big deal about doctrine when relationship is what they want to pursue? And really, when you look at these different ecumenical movements, that's what it comes down to. Let's not talk about doctrine. Let's not talk about, the ways that we interpret the Bible. Let's just talk about how cool Jesus is and love each other. They're saying that doctrine's not that important.